Are we going to do a video?
How long do you... Yeah. Hello, and welcome to Comic Nom. We've been away for a while because it was the summer holidays and we had shit to do. But we're back, and we're back with a book that Hex has chosen, which is Chrononauts. By Mark Millars.
So good.
Right, should we jump into it?
Chrononauts is it 4 issues? Is it 4 or 6 issues?
It's definitely not 6, it's 4 or 5, but I think it's 4.
4 issues, let's say 4. It's a limited run about time travelers. Time travelers.
No.
The basic premise, if you're a fan of time travel in general, this is a romp. Their idea of science is going, fuck it, time travel.
Yeah.
That's basically how they explain everything, and they just go, fuck it, time travel. Which I like. They know what they're doing, and they're happy to do it, which I'm okay with that. There's a couple of key scenes in it that are good. It's the story of 2 scientists who are being the first chrononauts. They're supposed to go back in time to just check stuff out, see if the technology works, not fuck anything up and come back.
The first mission they do is to send a satellite back to watch the Battle of Gettysburg.
Yeah.
And live stream it to the world in the present.
Wait, surely it's pre-recorded? Okay.
Time travel. And then they have a manned mission, which is to send the 2 guys to when Christopher Columbus discovered America, and shit goes wrong.
What? Yeah, shit goes wrong, and it all goes batshit crazy. This video is going to contain spoilers, so everyone chill the fuck out. If you don't want spoilers, don't watch this video, I suppose. Cause
Comic Nom has spoilers. When I do videos on my own, they don't have spoilers. But Comic Nom will always have
because
spoilers.
I can't help it. I'm a dick like that.
You just love to spoil things.
I do love to spoil things.
Vader's
Luke's dad.
No.
Sometimes, have you ever wanted to give incorrect spoilers just to fuck with people?
I used to do that with Game of Thrones. I used to say that somebody had died and they weren't even in the episode. Anyway, the main character, I used to presume he's the main character, Dr. Quinn.
Medicine woman.
Scientist man. He goes through first and something happens and things go wrong and he doesn't go to the right time. His best friend, Dr. Riley, wants to
You remember the names and everything.
Wants to go straight after him, but they won't let him, and then blah blah blah. I think in the storylines it's something as 4 hours before he goes through to get him, but when he gets there, his Quinn's not there, and all of a sudden he gets shot in the leg with an arrow, and there's some full blown war going on, and people show up with guns and tanks and cars, and you're like, huh?
Yeah, basically, what's happened is when Dr. Quinn went through, he was like, you know what? I've been a good boy my whole life. I've now got the power of a god. Fuck it. I'm going to make my own basic little empire. And he starts bringing technology from everywhere. Just because fuck it.
Jets,
yeah.
tanks.
In one of the opening scenes of the book, the one doctor's been taken through, and so the guy says, like, you have to remember, this predates metal tools, Dr. Quinn. This was before we even had pottery. And then he turns the corner, and there's a jet. It's probably the bit I got to that bit, and I was like, yeah, I'm sold on this.
They do, and then Dr. Quinn convinces Riley to be like, yeah, let's just fuck around. Quinn has nothing for him in his life at the moment. He's like,
well, neither of them do really.
Yeah, that's why they decide fuck it. And me myself, it was really enjoyable because it was like it didn't get bogged down with the rules of time travel. It didn't have to deal with causality and the butterfly effect and all that. It was just a bunch of dudes doing whatever the hell they want across every timeline.
And while they're doing whatever the hell they want, the present seems pretty much untouched weirdly. But they can see the changes he's making, even though it's not affecting the present.
Freaking out.
I assume there's technology at play that prevents time being altered too much. Who knows? But they're freaking out, going,
so there's
dinosaurs in Paris and all this stuff.
They send a hit squad to go and bring them back, and potentially fix anything that they've actually broken.
They get stamped on by T-Rex.
Yeah, they end up. There's a pretty cool sequence where they're chasing them through time.
Yeah,
and things happen. They end up on a football field, an American football field, and the next thing you know, they jump through time again, and you just see the American football bounce down onto the floor, and a footballer up, like fucking off somewhere over there in Paris in like 1906 or something, and then eventually you assume that the hit squad's all dead, but the one guy radios back to the present saying, "I'm still alive." Blah blah blah. Stomped on by a dinosaur. It was just
brilliant. It's as a book, I mean, it'd be hard to go through the plot of this because even I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" At some point, but in the best possible way.
Very fast.
Yeah.
There's not so much. This is the plot. It's look, thing. Next bit.
Yeah, it's almost like
I want to show.
It's almost like the artist was like, I've got some ideas, some cool ideas for scenes, and I want to shoehorn them in, which usually ruins a book. But because of this being so crazy and fun, it was just like, oh, okay, fine, I'll buy that.
I don't think this will show up very well in the camera. Can't really see, but here you can see his other plans for time travel, and you've got the DeLorean, the time machine, the Bill and Ted's telephone box. It's like, I was reading it and I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there is a line about how did you shrink all this technology down to a suit, and he's just like, I'm really good at doing that. Like, okay, yeah. He's like, fuck yeah, amazing. It's like, okay.
The characters themselves, for me, reading them, it really did feel like Dr. Quinn was very Wolverine because he's and Riley was very Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
So it was like Wolverine and the Green Lantern frolic through time.
That's fair. I'd say that. There is apparently a film in the works of Chrononauts, which is interesting because reading it does that thing that comic books can do where it's kind of a comedy, but not really, and it kind of depends how you read it and what you get from it. But which is why it's so entertaining. But as a film, I can't see how they're not going to make this a comedy. I can't see how it could not be a comedy as a film.
You can see it being Chris Pratt and Ryan Reynolds as a buddy cop comedy.
I'd watch the shit out of that. I'd watch the shit out of that.
Well, it wouldn't, yeah.
Chris Pratt needs to be in this, you're right, yeah.
I read it in about half an hour. I haven't been reading much recently, let alone physical. I've been reading a lot digital, and I took the book upstairs and I read it in a one scene, which I haven't done in a very, very long time. So I think that should say quite a lot about the book. I mean, it's not a big book, but still.
I took quite a while to read it because I was really appreciating the art here. I mean, Sean Murphy's art is
And we had
great.
a bit of a discussion how the other artwork we know this guy for is from The Wake.
Yeah.
And whereas sometimes that artwork was quite cool and quite stylish.
Was it the same guy from The Wake?
That's what you said.
Yeah, I think it is, but I haven't checked that. I have to pull out the
However, my point is, I think the artwork in this book works so well. I think it fits with the tone of the story. I think it fits with the
It's
feel that they're going
it's
for.
sketchy, and the art almost feels disorganised.
The cover itself looks pretty.
Yeah, it looks like the cover to the actual cover looks like the box cover to Lethal Weapon 1. Did you notice that?
I didn't until you just mentioned it. Was like,
looks like there's one or two.
Buddy cop.
Yeah, it's so artwork is great. The story is really interesting, if a little bit confusing. I think it could have been twice as long and still been great.
Yeah, I do think it was a bit rushed.
But that's always what we say about limited runs.
Yeah, which is, I think, if the thing we're saying is there wasn't enough, that's more of a compliment than it means we want more.
I like the fact that it's a limited run because I don't feel like they could do this story. Because the story, I mean, we haven't really said, but the story is basically about them deciding to fuck it and do whatever they want. And then slowly on their own coming to the realisation that maybe it's best if they don't fuck with the universe.
Yeah, they try and fix things at the end, like Dr. Quinn decides to try and fix all the things that he did wrong in his life to do with like his dad and his ex-wife and stuff. And when they get back to the present, they have actually affected time. Things are different, which we didn't see this time. We just saw them trying to fix it, and then when they got to the present, things had changed. And it was like,
Yeah.
You don't think there's room for a sequel.
No, I don't think
sequel.
I think the sequel. I think the story was about them going batshit crazy with power, and just then all of a sudden realizing there's more to life than riches and fame. And I don't think that story needs a follow up. I don't think there's any room for a follow up that's not in the same tone. I think you'd have to have a tonally different story.
Because I can see Riley not being happy with what's happened with his life and being like, well, fuck you.
I was the king of the universe.
Now the girl I was going to marry is married to the dude that's been trying to kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. I think maybe. I mean, a good writer can make a sequel out of anything.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
Mark Millars is a great writer.
I think maybe we shouldn't do a sequel. I think that's maybe the thing, though. Maybe we don't want a sequel.
Yeah, some things should be.
Yeah, it's such a great thing on its own that I can pick up and go, read this, it's amazing. And then if they make a sequel, I'm just gonna, I can't see how it's gonna be good.
No, I agree. Like people still want Firefly back. It wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, Firefly was what it was.
I love
great.
Firefly, and I really loved Serenity as well. But it wouldn't be the same. And it's like, for starters, everyone's old as fuck now. Secondly, Wash is dead.
I love how you're still bitter about that. But we're off topic anyway.
Yeah, sorry, I did tend to do that.
Yeah, every time someone mentions Firefly, it's like, Firefly. The book, I can't recommend it enough, to be honest. There's really nothing about it that makes me go, don't read it if. Because a lot of the times, like, Saga, I go, it's amazing, but don't read it if you don't like weird science fiction. and I'm like, don't read it if you're easily offended.
It's a nice short story. You don't have to get bogged down in history of the characters. There's no like, oh, where do I start? Where do I jump off? It's just, here you go, 4 issues. Enjoy.
Yeah. I wish more comics was brave enough to do that, because so much shit just keeps going on for it. Like, I love Saga, but fucking end already. I mean, just start winding up now.
Look at Why the Last Man. That went on for quite a long time. Was it 10?
No, I've only got the first 7 trades still. I've got to get the rest, but I'm just so like...
Although saying that, I have 11 TMNT trades, so...
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a bit of a hypocrite.
But look at Naruto, it's up to volume 54 now, something shit like that, so... Yeah, things have to end. I think there's something great about these, because when you read a trade that's a 4-episode limited run like that, 4-issue limited run, it is like watching a film.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, and that's a good thing that we should probably have more of.
Because it ends and you have a resolution and you can be like, I like that, or I didn't like that. You don't get the, well, what's going to happen next?
Maybe this is like a euphemism for the mortality of the human condition. Anyway.
Anywho.
Anyway, guys, you should probably watch the rest of the videos on Mike's channel here, or feel free to check out my channel if you so desire. I can do that thing now, look. There, look. If you want to check out my channel, there it is, look. No, it's down there, look. Down there, look. There you go. Best video ever. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out other stuff. Guys, you know YouTubers always go like and subscribe. Or, if you didn't like it, use the dislike button and subscribe for more. I'm always like, maybe the people watching already subscribed. So, thank you for subscribing.
All like 5 of you. Patch.
The fuck is Patch?
I know that Patch watches the videos, or at least he skims through the videos.
Is he here for me?
Clearly. Yeah.
Thought so.
Anywho,
Bye.
We're hopefully going to be getting back into a proper routine now where we'll do videos weekly. I still want to get Hex to read Old Man Logan because that's one of my favourite books. So,
and I still want to get Mike to read the Linux in a Nutshell manual by O'Reilly Press from 1996. It's on the shelf over there.
There are no words.
It's right, there's loads of them. Fucking shit. It's like this, man. There's fucking shitloads. Look. It's up there. Look, it's huge.
Yeah, I'm never ever going to read that.
Neither have I.
Ever.
It's boring.
Ever. Who would... Like, I'd rather blade my dick than read a Linux manual.
You know what? That's point 4 in the manual.
Anyhow, we've been...
RF my dick. Bye.
This is Hex. I'm Mike. Toodles.